We don't have Seth's picks in just yet, but we will go ahead and move forward with just doing my picks, and he will put his picks in later, and that's okay because he's beating me mercilessly. So it is, of course, that time of the show. We're gonna do the picks. Hit the music. Run it. All right. So we finally have some bye weeks this week, so slightly less games to pick from this week, but that's all right. We started off on Thursday Night Football, the 49ers taking on the Rams in Los Angeles. I am going to go with the Rams here. Look, I don't believe in the 49ers. I don't. I know they've won games. I know they right now, I think they're tied for first or in first. I just don't believe. I think they're a beat-up team. I think they're a shell of themselves. I'm not a believer. I'm not a believer. Give me the Rams. Vikings at the Browns in what people are calling football terrorism. I'm going to go with the Vikings here. The Browns offensively have literally nothing going for them. Like, they are so bad. You know it is bad when, like, Joe Flacco currently is their best option. That is very, very bad. So, yeah, give me the Vikings. They'll be able to potentially get some points on the board. But, yeah, that's if they can get 10 points on the board, it's enough against the Browns. Texans at the Ravens. Give me the Ravens. The Texans, they had a great win. Great, quote-unquote, win against division rival Tennessee over the weekend. They blew them out. Their offense finally was able to do something, but that was against Tennessee. And now they'll also be going up against a bad defense in Baltimore because the Baltimore just beat the heck up. But Baltimore has got to be thinking, okay, it's a team that has a bad offense. Maybe our defense can step it up against a bad offense, get right, feel good, build some confidence. And that's why I think the Ravens are going to win. They're going to be back at home. You got to end the spiraling right here, right now. So give me the Ravens to get the win. And what we are seeing as what we can call only football terrorism on the rise. Dolphins at the Raiders. Dolphins at the Panthers. Excuse me. That would be even worse, potentially. So the Dolphins are going to be without Tyreek Hill. He's out for the season. Torn ACL. Done for the year. His leg was on backwards. That's never good. I don't know who to pick for this game, so I'm just going to go with the Dolphins because the Panthers are terrible. And I will not pick them until proven otherwise. Basically, I got nothing more. Give me the Dolphins. Raiders at the Colts. This feels like a bounce-back game for the Colts. Raiders are so bad. To lose that game that way a couple of days ago on Sunday against the Bears, blocked field goal, that's bad. Geno Smith is so terrible now. And I saw this coming a mile away. I said last year that the Geno Smith thing is done. He had a good little run there in Seattle, but he's cooked. He's done. He's finished. And when the Raiders went out and got him, I was like, okay, well, he might be an upgrade from what you had, which was nobody, but he's not going to be good for you. So, yeah, give me the Colts. Oh, my goodness. This is just an onslaught of football terrorism. Giants at the Saints. Oh, my gosh. I'm just going to pick the Giants because I said that the Saints are going to win a game this year, and at this point, I'm kind of rooting for it. Yeah, give me the Giants. Jackson Dart got the win last week on his start. He was not remarkable, but against the Saints, he could probably prove to be maybe better. So maybe they're building something in New York, and Brian Daboll is coaching for his job, and he needs Jackson Dart to be good in order for that to work. So give me the G-Men. Cowboys at the Jets. Jets, a very unfortunate loss on Monday night against the Dolphins. Just bad overall. It reminds me a little bit, and it makes sense. It's Aaron Glenn, former DC over under Dan Campbell. It reminds me of that first year with Dan Campbell with the Lions. I feel like they're not going to be able to get a lot of wins here, so give me the boys. I think they're going to be able to go on the road here and get the win fairly easily. Yeah, doesn't look good. Does not look good. Broncos at the Eagles. This is an easy Eagles. Not because the Eagles are very good, but because the Broncos, I do not believe in. I'm sorry, I don't. I think their defense is good. I do not believe in their offense. Bo Nix is way too inconsistent at this point in his career. And I've already said, Sean Payton is basically Mike Ditka on the New Orleans Saints. which is funny because it's New Orleans Saints, and there's obviously the Sean Payton. Anyway, Eagles are going to win this game. It's probably going to be ugly. It's going to be the most boring football you'll have the displeasure of watching because it's probably just going to be two offenses incapable of doing anything fun. So, yeah, give me the Eagles at home. Take that. Titans at the Cardinals. Oh, my gosh. Texting Seth about this earlier today. I may never forgive the Cardinals for that Thursday night game. I really believe, all right? I really thought at home they can bounce. Come on, Kyler. You can do it, little guy. And he needs about 6 inches to be able to be good in this league. Kyler Murray is not good. I've accepted it. He's just not good. He's missing his guys. Marvin Harrison. Maybe Marvin Harrison isn't that good. I don't know. But it's just a bad situation. However, the Titans may be worse. Give me the Birds. If they lose this game, if they give the Titans their first win, I'm never picking the Cardinals again. Mark my words. You can pin it you can put it in the comments. Make sure that I don't forget. If they lose this game to the Titans, I will never pick the Cardinals. Ever. At least for the rest of the year. Maybe next year. Buccaneers at the Seahawks. Give me the Buccaneers pretty easily in this one. Yeah, I mean, the Seahawks, I just don't. I think their defense is good. Their offense, I'm not a huge believer in it. I don't think Sam Darnold is a threatening quarterback. Baker Mayfield, I think, is a much safer option here. They played, not great against Philadelphia, but they managed to get themselves back into the game until the very end there. So give me the Buccaneers. I think they're going to be able to pull this one out. Lions at the Bengals in Cincinnati. Yeah, give me the Lions. Jake Browning is very, 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 very bad. Yeah, Lions are gonna roll. This offense is terrible. The defense is even more terrible. It's not going to be a good game, and I feel bad for Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady because this is America's game of the week, I think. So have fun, fellas. That's unfortunate. Give me the Lions. Commanders at the Chargers. Give me the Chargers. I think it's a bounce back week. Who knows when Jaden Daniels is going to be back? It's been Marcus Mariota at quarterback for Washington for the last couple of weeks. Talk about a sophomore slump, dealing with injuries. Unfortunate, because I think a lot of people were pretty high on the Commanders, myself included. I thought they were going to be a division contender, and they still could be. But they're going to have to be climbing ahead of Philadelphia to be able to do it. So give me the Chargers. I think they'll bounce back. Injuries on the offensive line are unfortunate, but I think they can get this bounce back. They had a tough game last week. They can definitely bounce back. Patriots at the Bills on Sunday Night Football. Yeah, I'm not picking the Patriots. Drake May is good, but he's fine. He could be a good quarterback someday. But that team is terrible. They're very, very bad. I'm not going to do the very bit. I already did that earlier. Yeah, the Bills are just way better. There's not much to say. Josh Allen has basically become Tom Brady to Patriots fans. Wait, hold on. Josh Allen has taken the role that Tom Brady held to Bills fans. I don't know. He hurts the Patriots. That's the point I'm trying to make. Finally, Monday Night Football, Chiefs at the Jaguars. This is actually an interesting matchup for me because the Jags, to their credit, are an interesting team. They got a win last week against the 49ers. It wasn't pretty, but it was a win nonetheless. I did pick them to win that game. It's going to be on the road for Kansas City, but I will take the Chiefs. I made the mistake of not picking the Chiefs last week. I think that Mahomes is going to be able to will them to a victory. As much as I think the Jags might be a sneaky, maybe a 7 or a 6 seed in the wild card, I don't know that Trevor Lawrence is that guy, and I don't know that they're going to need a whole lot more of an infrastructural change and probably a much more bigger roster change to really become a big contender in the league. So give me the Chiefs. All right, rounding it out. 49ers, Rams, going with the Rams. Vikings, Browns, I'm going with the Vikings. Texans, Ravens, I'm going with the Ravens. Dolphins, Panthers, I'm going with the Dolphins. Raiders, Colts, I'm going with the Colts. Giants, Saints, I'm taking the Giants. Cowboys, Jets, I'm taking them boys. Broncos, Eagles, I'm taking the Eagles. Titans, Cardinals, I'm taking the Cardinals. Buccaneers, Seahawks, I'm taking the Buccaneers. Lions, Bengals, I'm taking the Lions. Commanders, Chargers, I am taking the Chargers. Patriots, Bills, I am taking the Bills. And on Monday Night Football, Chiefs, Jaguars, I am taking the Chiefs. And those are your Week 5 NFL picks. Hey, YouTube, if you like clips like that, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. We've got live shows every Tuesday night. Hope to see you there.